The volatility of creating new district local governments in Uganda has in the past attracted heavy domestic and visibility significant international criticism. The phenomenon now forms part of the political and governance discourse in the country. Despite this condemnation, government insists on establishing more of them in the guise of increasing political participation and improving social service delivery. The elders in the Rwenzori region district of Kasese wanted to be split into 4 other new districts, a move contested by politicians and scholars. Creating of new districts is one way of bringing services closer to the people, but research also shows that the new districts are still grappling with poor service delivery. Dr. Bainomugisha thinks priority should be given to identifying challenges faced by the people instead of creating new districts.
Perhaps it may be important for us to look at the problems facing Kasese and then see how this intervention could help. One of the problems facing Kasese, of course, is the whole issue of unemployment, especially youth unemployment, generally arising out of the defunct or the exhaustion of the copper. Copper as a mineral, which used to be the main economic activity.
He says they carried out a research that later showed that creation of new districts was not so valid, but rather focus be put on the tactics of efficient service delivery.
Our finding established that the creation of districts does not in any way solve the problem of service delivery. It does in very rare circumstances where a district is so huge with very poor road network and therefore services very far to the people. So in that case, some of the huge districts, it has been justifiable to create them. There are some of them which have been very big, hard to reach. But on a whole, the creation of districts does not improve service delivery to a level that government is thinking about.
Yesterday, politicians from the district in the lead of the erupt, Winnie Kiza, warned of a disaster if President Yoweri Museveni gave in to the demands of the elders to split the district into 4 others.
As leaders of the district, we come here to say those are just mediocres. They are not peace-loving people in the Rwenzori region. Kasese is now one of the biggest districts in the country. But as leaders, we feel this is not the right time for us to begin thinking about splitting the district into smaller particles and smaller portions.
Dr. Bainomugisha, a scholar of conflict resolution, noted with concern the factors that have derailed government efforts to deliver services efficiently, including the limited funds allocated to the local governments.
Inadequate financing of local governments. The current budget this financial year, only 12% in the budget has been earmarked for districts, for local governments, and the trend has been going down, 21, 17, 15, now to 12. Our study shows that this money is not enough.
What then should be done to improve service delivery if creation of new districts is not a remedy?
And we are proposing 39% of the budget of the national budget should be earmarked for local governments. That is one. Secondly, been talking about the Local Government Act is silent on the level of qualification of the councillors that actually govern these local governments. Our idea is that since government implemented UPE since 1997, a lot of people that the graduates of UPE have graduated, and so there's a need to put a qualification, let's say senior 4, for all councillors, because what we find at local government level that inhibit them from delivering better services is also the level of education.
According to the Uganda Bureau of Statistics, Kasese district by 2014 had a population of 1,679 people. Kasese town is one of the fastest growing municipalities in Uganda, and reasons for this rapid population growth include, among others, the increased tourism being the gateway to Queen Elizabeth and Rwenzori national parks, the Kalembe mines that employ a large number of over 3,000 workers. Hima Cement Limited is also another big employer, and the increased trade with the eastern districts of the DR Congo. Jocelyn Achibule, Dan Logema, WBS TV, Kampala.